There's only one. Morgan and Morgan. Au contraire, I'm hearing two there.
Yeah.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Do that.
Get a little closer with every extra drop.
Well, I've got a lot of sponsors today. I like that.
Pick one of them is.
Something's coming round the bend. I am here today with an amazing friend, entertainer, songwriter, and singer. I've gotten to know him quite well over the past couple of years, spinning his music on my radio show out of Columbia, Tennessee. We're here in beautiful downtown Columbia, Tennessee today, and you're going to get to know this artist better today. Sean Carson, thank you for being here with me.
Brenda Lynn, thank you for having me today. This is a beautiful, beautiful setting. This is awesome.
This is the Welcome Center, Columbia Welcome Center. Do you feel welcome?
Yes, I do. And I feel quite centered.
You seem to be preoccupied a little bit right now. Are you preoccupied?
Well, that's he said that's shot number 2, right?
Yeah.
But what I want to know, if that's shot number 2, why is that the first place we started?
It's just the way life works sometimes, Sean.
Gotcha.
Things are opposite than what you would, normally think is what it is. Yeah. Hey, we need a shout out to JP Plant for all he's doing here. Great producer. And thank you to Kelly Murphy and all the great people here at the Columbia Welcome Center, because we're back here again. Sean Carson, you've got new music out. You've been playing like crazy all through Tennessee and doing some traveling down to Alabama and other places as well. So
my goodness, yeah. And a huge thank you has to go out to a girl that works way harder than I do, Michelle Durham, up in Nashville, Tennessee, with Katina Talent. That's who I've been with for about a year now. And she certainly was a game changer because her and I actually are old friends. And she really understands kind of where I fit and where I don't fit, you know, and things like that. So it's been great. Yeah. So hats off to her for really doing all the hard work. I just show up where she puts me in, and so thankful for that. Her and her mother, Kay, they're great peeps.
Yeah. And you seem to stay busy every weekend
I'm
playing
very
music.
busy. Yeah. In fact, if you go over to, let's see, not the home, but the upcoming shows on this wonderful website right
Perfect website.
Perfect. Flawless, I would say. Flawless.com website. You go to upcoming shows and see where we're at.
You can't stop staring at your picture.
That was a good day right there. Look at there. I mean, just have a look. Huh? People say, is that Tim McGraw? No. Sean Carson.
Sean Carson. Sean, you have settled here in the Muletown capital of the world, but you are originally from somewhere else. Tell me about that. You've been here.
Yes, I was born and raised in Canada, in a town called Port Robinson. And it's still the best place that I'm always from there. Everywhere I go, I'm always from Port Robinson. Everywhere I go, I'm always from Port Robinson.
Yeah, you got your next song. There you go.
But no, and yes, I've been in Columbia for 6 years, like I said. I love it here. Absolutely love it here. The people are wonderful. The people are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
You go into all these places, all kinds of places to eat, all kinds of things to do. We're at the Welcome Center. If you want to know what to do in Columbia, come here. What's the address here?
Columbia, Tennessee Welcome Center.
P.O. Box, come on in.
We'll have to find that information out.
But no, I love it here. Absolutely love it here. And one of the reasons I love it here is because it reminds me of the place that I grew up.
Yeah.
The little town that I'm from, like you had so many sets of parents, and Columbia kind of reminds me of that. Like, people take you in, they love you, they treat you great, and yeah, I love it here. But originally from Canada, yes.
Yeah, and you grew up in music.
I did. My mom and dad had a band, and so I had a great platform. I've been able to do a lot of amazing things, and I don't think that I work near as hard as the people that helped put me there. Whether it be my mom and dad, or whether it be just my sister was a huge support, still is. Some great folks in Canada that played music before me, they were like, play here, play there. Like I really had a lot of help. So, I mean, to sit here and think, I did all this by myself, that's, first of all, no one can ever say that. There's always support. There's always help. But, a big hats out to my mom and dad, the Grant Carson Band.
Yes, I've heard their music.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. We've played their stuff before. That's right. Yeah, that was recorded in Nashville, oddly enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in I think 1979 or something.
Yeah. So you were going on the road when you were just a little kid?
Yeah, when I was 14, I dropped out of school. Now, kids, are we still on shot 2 here, JP? All right, kids, don't try this at home. Get your education. No, when I was 14, I had to get a I had to get letters from different teachers that were a part of the school board. And what made it easier or more possible is the fact that I was going with my mom and dad. It wasn't like I was just, going off to be with some band that, might not have cared about my well-being, but it was my mom and dad, so that helped a lot. And I did that when I was 14. And here's the thing, too. Part of the agreement was, I can say this now, right, because I think I'm in the clear. Part of the agreement is that we'll let you go on the road, but you got to do correspondence courses, like still keep up with your education. That lasted for 2 months. I'm like, oh, did I fail? Oh, gee. And JP's like, quit banging on the table.
But y'all toured all over. You went over to Europe, right?
We did. We got, that's another funny story, too. We got international band of the year 2 years in a row. And one of the times that we won this award, it was presented to us in Scotland. And we played this pavilion where it was hot. I mean, we were up there wringing wet, sweating, no AC. Everyone smoked back then, so it was like, but anyway.
Did that make it hotter? The fire?
I think it looked hotter because there was smoke in the building. Gotcha. So we're back in the dressing room, and we're like, got most of our clothes off. We're getting ready to go to the shower. We hear this guy say, hold it, Scottish.
Yeah,
right? We don't know what he's saying. He's already half lit by the time he took the microphone. And people are clapping, and we're like really got no shirts on and, about down to nothing. And some guy comes back in. Hello, he said, I think you boys just won an award. You might want to go up and claim it. So we got to put our dread shirts back on. Thank you very much, So, yeah, he was so Scottish, we couldn't understand what he was saying. And he was half lit, too. Yeah.
I've not heard that story before.
Oh, it was a good one. So, and the trophy is huge. I mean, good Lord, it took about 3 of us to get it off the stage. I'm thinking about when times were tough in COVID, I thought about melting that puppy down. No,
you still got that trophy, Sean Carson?
Yeah, I got one, and then my mom's got the other one. Yep.
Very good. So you grew up in music. When did you start writing? Because you're an incredible writer.
Oh, thank you for that, Brenda. I started writing, I think I've always wrote songs a little bit, but seriously, it wasn't until I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 1994. And so you and I have talked a lot in person, on air, off air, so I know you know a lot of the story, but for the folks that may not know, there was a guy by the name of Rick Tiger. He's since passed away, and I miss him every day, and I talk about him a lot, but he's the one that actually, because I moved to try to get a record deal and all that other stuff, and he's like, he said, they're not going to take you seriously until you write songs. I'm like, man, I'm trying, but nothing comes out. And Rick had already had success as a songwriter with a group called Western Flyer and Gene Watson and different people. And he's like, he said, let's just write and see what happens. So the very first song I wrote, I'm going to sing. Can I sing?
Yeah, sure.
It was in 1994, and he put me to work in one of his nightclubs. And one night after work, I said, I want to write a song for moms. No one writes a song for moms. So let's do a little bit of this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find the words to say what's on my heart. Webster can't define what I'm looking for. Always is too easy. Love's too often hurt. And if I live forever, I couldn't find the words. So that was the first song.
I love it.
Thank you. That was the first song that I wrote. It's like serious professional song.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a hit. I sang it. I was singing it. Everybody was like, that's really good. But I still love the song. I still do it. I got it here.
I think it's a hit. I don't think I've heard that before, though.
Vern Gosling was interested in that song one time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing a greatest hits album. And it was something he was going to have like 12 or 13 songs on it. And I shouldn't say he wanted, but there was talk about him. I sang it to him over the phone. You talk about being nervous.
Yeah.
Like there's Vern Gosling on speakerphone, like one of the best voices ever. And I'm trying to sing this little song Rick and I wrote, but he actually liked it. It didn't make the album, but it was just a pat on my back that he was even interested. My first song I ever wrote, like, wow. Oh, nothing to this.
Oh, no, that's awesome. But you wrote a lot with Rick Tiger, right?
I did, yeah. Most of the writing is done by myself, but most of my co-writes is with Rick Tiger, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, we had a song go #2 in Canada on the indie charts, which is huge for me because being from Canada, it meant just so much more. But it was after Rick had passed away.
Last year it did, right?
Last year. It went to #2 on the independent charts, yeah.
Which She's Out of My Hands?
She's Out of My Hands, yeah. I'll sing a little bit of that,
Why don't you do that? Absolutely.
We'll just do... And folks, if you want to know where some of this great music is, and I mean fine music, you go over to 123 Merch, and that's where you can find the CD. I was out of my mind, she was out of this world. I'm all out of tears because of her. She fell out of love, she's out of reach, and I'm a lonely man, 'cause she's out of my hands. So that was it. We just decided to...
This is a short version.
Yeah, short version.
That was like one of those commercials they used to run back in the 90s, I Love Music, and you just get like 20 seconds of it. Yeah. The
best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Ba-ding. But yeah, I gotta move this thing a little bit closer.
All right, you do that.
Get a little closer with every extra dry.
Well, I've got a lot of sponsors today. I like that.
I'm not getting paid for one of them either. But yeah, so Rick Tiger was a huge help, not only in helping me write songs, but he also told me before I moved to Nashville, he said, whenever you decide to get off the road, he said, you call me. And he said, I'll put you to work in one of my nightclubs. I'm thinking, whatever. I mean, everyone says that. So I decided I was, time to quit touring and come to Nashville. And I called Rick and I said, hey, I'm thinking about coming off the road. He goes, I've got a spot. He said, you can play. I'm like, really? Like, you're serious about this? He said, oh, yeah. He said, you get here, you get settled, and we'll put you to work. And this, again, never happens. Are we still on camera?
You're wherever you want to be.
Okay. But anyway, this never happens. But I sat in Nashville for about a week and a half, and my phone rang. It was Rick Tiger. He said, this is back, they still might do it, I don't know, but 3 buses from Indiana showed up, like just out of the blue at his club. He's like, and I got no music. And I said, I'll be right there. And I went down there, and it was a place called the Truck Stop Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And I was there for 9 months. From that moment on, every weekend I was there for 9 months. Yeah, it was the best of such a learning thing. That's where I was able to meet so many people that I still have great professional relationships with today. I've met there, just coming into the club, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned being on the road. Was that when you were playing lead guitar for Neil McCoy?
I was playing. They're good set.
Oh, you like that? You left it open. You left it open.
Did I really?
You did.
I kind of did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. We rehearsed.
Yeah. I like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, that's another great thing too about my whole musical journey is just the fact that, there's a bazillion guitar players in this world. And again, I was just that lucky guy that got picked to play with Neil McCoy. And in fact, 2 different times in my life, I played guitar for Neil McCoy in the early 90s, and he was hotter than a firecracker. And I mean, he's still hot. I don't even know why I said that. He's still hotter than a firecracker. And then back in the mid-2000s, I went back with him, and then that was my last touring gig. I was able to, in between, play with Tandy Tucker and Johnny Lee and Clay Walker, a bunch of different Opry members. And again, I'm not dropping names. I just feel...
Oh, drop them. That's what this is for.
I feel
Come on, lay another one down.
So grateful. Oop, a name. No, I don't want anyone to ever take that the wrong way because I just feel so grateful.
No, these are people that became your friends and you worked with.
JP's laughing. What's happening?
Yeah.
Did you knock something over?
We're entertaining. That's all it is.
Did you knock something over? He's putting stuff in his pocket, isn't he? Keep talking.
We need another camera so we can put it on JP.
One on him, yeah. Speaking of cameras, we've got Austin Tyler Jones right there.
Thank you, Austin.
There he is.
You're a social media friend.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you're very active on social media.
I am. I really am.
You are.
Yeah.
TikTok. You're like blowing up TikTok, Sean.
TikTok. I'm going. Yeah. I'm all over that tang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So oddly enough, my hugest. Is that a word? Oh, listen to that Columbia right there.
I don't know if you can hear that, if you all can hear that, but
that's right?
Our courthouse.
They can't hear it?
Clock, yeah. You know what? We do have some great sponsors, and we're going to hear from them right now.
Let's do it right now.
Let's do that, yeah. Y'all stick around more with this awesome artist when we come back, Sean Carson.
That the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. The second time around, I should be used to losing you.
Hey, this is Brenda Lynn Allen, and I want to tell you about my friends at Accents and Antiques in downtown Columbia, Tennessee. I love to visit that amazing store. The vibe in there is great, and they always have new merchandise. They also have so many unique antiques to shop around at, so if you're going to go visit, make sure you give yourself some time to look at it because there are 2 floors to explore. They have everything from comic books to new clothing to vintage clothing, unique antiques, and great home decor. They are located at 3738 Public Square. They're open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 5, Friday and Saturday 10 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 4 o'clock. Accents and Antiques in downtown Columbia, Tennessee. 2 floors to explore.
Welcome back to Around the Bend with Brenda Lynn, one-on-one with Sean Carson.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're here at the Columbia, Tennessee Welcome Center, and I am sitting here talking with Sean Carson. He's making me laugh, and he's entertaining me, just like he will if you go to one of his shows. I'm telling you, you have so much fun on stage.
I love it, love it, love it. I think I'm having more fun now.
Like right now?
I wouldn't say right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know. We've done some radio stuff before.
Yeah.
Miss Brenda and I, where we've got laughing so hard, and T. Willie, another friend of ours, it's not like no one would ever hire us. They would just, I say that kiddingly. I mean, everyone should hire us because
life is supposed to be fun. And I think back to what you said, you're having more fun now, like doing your shows on stage and playing music.
Yeah,
you're playing it now more than ever, probably, right?
I am playing, yes. In fact, if you go 1, 2, the second, can they even see that JP up there?
They'll be able to
they
see.
can now.
You're good. You're good.
But anyway, if you go to the upcoming shows, again, thanks to Katina Talent, she keeps me so busy. Glenda Cole books my stuff down in Alabama, but yes, I'm doing about 2-3 gigs a weekend.
Yeah.
Loving it. Part of the reason I'm having more fun now than ever is because I'm not playing for money. I'm not playing. I don't have like major endorsements to where you can do this, can't do that, can't do this, can do this, and certainly not trying to get a record deal. So it's kind of like whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
And there are places like, you know what? Then don't have me back. It's no big deal. But everyone has me back.
They do. They have him back. When he says not playing for money,
I pick it out.
When you say not playing for money, to be clear, you're not money driven when it comes to your career.
Not money driven. Oh yeah, I ain't free, kids. Don't misinterpret that business.
But you know what's so awesome? You stick around and you engage the audience on the stage, off the stage.
Right. Yep.
You can tell that you love it so much that you go there because of the love of life and the people.
We were talking about my mom and dad earlier, and my dad was a wonderful entertainer, and he was a master showman. He was a master of the stage, and I learned so much from him. There was another guy by the name of Jerry Warren, who's long been gone, but he was another Canadian. And I studied a lot of those when I was a kid. Of course, I worked with my dad, so I got to, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out how is it that everything my dad does works. Mm-hmm. And he told me one day, he goes, most of the stuff I do doesn't work. He said, but I've just gotten quicker. This is my dad saying. He said, I've just gotten quicker at finding stuff that does work on a crowd that maybe something I was doing didn't work before. Mm-hmm. So he had a real quick pivot about himself.
Right.
And there's times too where, I'll see a crowd situation where they just want more singing. Maybe they're not really paying attention to me. So I just sing and play. Some nights they want more songs I wrote. Sometimes, it's just all different. So fortunately for me, I've been playing long enough that I've got quite an extensive bag full of tricks, if you will. I mean, I won't say tricks because I'm a pretty genuine guy, but I mean, stuff that, a bag full of stuff that if this doesn't work, I know this will.
Yeah.
But part of it too is my dad told me a long time ago, he said, when people leave their house to go somewhere, he said, they can listen to a radio at home.
Yeah.
He said, so make sure you're not a live radio. They left their house to have a good time, to be entertained. Mm-hmm. Whether they're going to a movies or something, they're leaving the house, they want to have a good time, they're paying money, you better make sure that they go home, it's like, wow, that was worth whatever they spent,
Yeah.
So, I've been able to learn a lot, and people seem to like it, and I love it. I've met a lot of great people playing music, such as yourself, JP, Austin. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that because of music, I've been able to keep in touch with. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of music and
Yep.
good people, I want to mention Don Phillips. What a great artist that you introduced me to.
My
And
best friend. Yeah.
I love his music and his wife, Sherry Lynn. Beautiful
Phillips,
voice.
yep.
Yes, the Phillips music. Yeah.
In fact, we're doing, we mentioned about doing the poke home. He'll be with me on that.
Oh, very
Yep.
good.
Front porch.
Very, very
Buddies
good.
and biscuits.
Awesome. And y'all have written together as well.
We have. In fact, the title track of the CD is called Second Time Around, and it's a country song. Kids, if you like country music, Second Time Around. You want to do a little bit of that?
Well, absolutely. I want you to talk about this project. It's awesome. You've got physical copies of CDs now.
I do. I sell them at shows. Yeah, you can buy them off my website or Facebook or anything like that. Yeah, they're available. But Don and I wrote the song actually quite a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was at a time when, because him and I are both huge traditional country music fans. We love Marty Rollins. We love George Jones, Ray Price, the old timers.
Yeah.
And when that, and I'm not knocking new music at all. It's just, I don't think I do it very well, and it's just not for me. The people that are doing it do a great job of it. But there was that time where the stuff we were really liking was kind of really getting phased out. All this new stuff was coming in. And I said to Don one day, I said, we should just write it ain't going to matter. Anyone knows going to play it. Was what we said back then. Let's just write a country song and just something that we like. So we wrote one called Second Time Around. It's a true story about a gal that I was singing. I let her leave me twice.
Yeah?
She left once. I took her back. She left me again. I'm like, she got a practice run. And
Do we get to hear the whole thing?
What's that?
Do we get to hear the whole thing? The whole song?
You know what? Let me,
Are you going to tune?
just one little string here.
It's always the most exciting part of the show, but he cares. He cares.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, please share the whole song with us.
Let's see. What key do I do it in? Remember the last time I did this song? I didn't remember the words?
And you didn't remember the words?
Yeah.
I'll try to feed them to you.
There you go again. You're telling me goodbye. Once again I find that I'm not sure why. We've been here before, and there's one thing I found, that the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. The second time around, I should be used to losing you. Still I find I'm no stronger for what you put me through. How can I go on when I let you bring me down? All the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. Letting go for good and back with me to stay. You were over him. Oh, here we go. Here it is now. And back with me to stay.
At least you remembered them that time.
This time you were sure you had your feet on solid ground. Yet I'm hurting all over the second time around. The second time around, I should be used to losing you. Still I find I'm no stronger for what you put me through. How do I move on when I let you bring me down? Yeah, the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. No, the hurt ain't no easier the second time around.
Yay. Sean Carson, the title track to your newest project.
Brand new CD.
Beautiful. You remember the words. You just mixed them up. That's all.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Dawn would shoot me, wouldn't he?
No, not at all.
How is it you remember words to like everyone else's songs except the ones you wrote? What's up with that?
It can happen like that sometimes. Yeah. I've done it. And I laugh at myself when it happens, you know.
I know it.
Really do. But tell me about how many songs are on your new project second time around?
5 songs on there.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's do a sale on the CD
Let's
today.
do it. Let's do it.
$10 for that CD today.
$10
Yep.
today.
Today only.
All they got to do is message you.
Well, or just go to the website and buy it.
Will you sign it for them?
Yes, I will.
Very good. Very
In fact, because they're normally $10, but today I'll let them go for $10.
Yeah. You're such a sweet person. Hey, so you've got She's Out of My Hands. We got a little bit of a sampling of that earlier. Second time around, the title track.
Yep.
What else is on there? You got No Fault. That one.
No Fault, No Blame.
No Fault, No Blame. Great music. Your new song, My Life. I love that. That's a beautiful song.
That's we can do a little bit of that.
You know, we have just a few minutes. If you want to go ahead and play that for us, that'd be great. Is there anything you want to say to all your folks listening in today, Sean?
Yes, I do. Just thank you. And I couldn't mean that in a more sincere, genuine way. People come to the shows, they spend the money. They go to my website, they spend money. I mean, and times are not the best right now for a lot of people. So just their support alone, and y'all don't have to spend a dime. Just saying hello to me means the same. Love y'all for it. So thank you. I gotta tune this. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But this
you
is a
set
song.
The song up?
Well, I can a little bit. I know that you wrote this. This was inspired by your grandfather.
Can you hear over me tuning? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're good. We got this. JP's a pro. He knows. The other song on there. Let me go ahead and talk about that. You got She's Out of My. Which one am I leaving out? My Kinda Cool. That's the other song.
Cool, yeah.
I play all his music. Love to play Sean Carson music on the radio show. And shout out to Teresa Kay for introducing me to you and your music. A good mutual friend of ours as well.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. So My Life.
Yeah, this is going to go out to my grandfather. Right before he passed away, he had dementia. You know, we saw it coming on, and then towards the end, it got pretty bad. And he was always a funny, joking, jovial kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And one day, just randomly, he just looked at me and he goes, he said, all the fun is just out of me. And that was it. That's all he said to me. And I went back to watching TV, and one night I was watching a Tom Selleck movie, and this song just come to me, and I literally wrote it in about 12, 15 minutes. And well, I ain't who I used to be. I don't like what I see. This world is different, there's no doubt. I'm still alive, but I feel left out. And I feel the laughter of a child underneath this broken smile. Well, I see the sun shine again, stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain is here to wash away the pain, and I'll feel like a child again. And all the sadness will go away till I wake up to another day of my life. Well, I ain't saying it's been all that bad. My heart ain't always been sad. But you grow lonely when you grow old. Well, Till I wake up, will I go home? Will I see the sun shine again? The stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain is here to wash away the pain. I feel like a child again, and all the sadness goes away till I wake up to another day of my life. Will all the sadness go away? Will I wake up to another day of my life?
Thank you, Sean Carson. Thank you so much for being here. Go see him at SeanCarsonMusic.net. Now look over at camera 2 and give a smile.
Ting. I'm out. I'm sorry.